And we are live.
Hey Marcellus, hey there. You watch a lot of football, right? Football kind of my thing. How do you
Yeah, we're gonna let that run for a little bit. Game day. The boys are back.
They got me staring at the world through my rear view. Go ahead, baby, scream to God. He can help you with your problems.
MoneyPot podcast is Ron Moss Money. Of course, I got my right hand man with me, Steve-O.
Turn this up, what's your problem? This is real shit, homie, in the booth with the fourth.
What it do, G? We back, man. Missed you last week, bro. Has it been 2? Oh, yeah. That's right. We didn't have a show last week.
It's been 2. Then a week before that, I was away.
Yeah, he was away. Yeah, the boy Will, he feeling okay. Not too bad. It was alright. It was a good show.
Okay.
Yeah, the Sixers and Eagles debate was dope. So,
shout out to Will, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Will. So where we at, bro, man? Super Bowl.
Super Bowl week, man. Couple days.
Yeah, man. That's good.
Crown the champion.
Word. So, of course, as we always start the show, we start off with a financial tip of the day. I didn't really have one.
Me neither.
Keep it 100.
Me neither.
But what we did was, or kind of what the way I went, Trump is kind of clearing their airways, and I don't want to get too political on the show, but I think if you take a step back and look at the whole dilemma and the whole scene, there's going to be a windfall of the presidency. And when I say that, there's got to be an understanding that there was going to be tough times with him and the president, and there's going to be bright spots as well. You have to look at both sides of the spectrum. So I think we need to pay attention as a generation to the things that he's undoing, the regulations, the rules and stuff with the banks, and then things he's putting in place to help us in the present and near future. So I think, there's going to be a couple lights that, break through the cracks. So I just urge anybody and everybody listening, just pay attention. You know what I mean? You see something, educate yourself. You see these acts and these regulations, don't be naive to it. Understand what's going on because it could affect your future and, maybe your family's future as well. So next what we're going to do, so I also wanted to say this. I actually added this, Steve. I ain't let you know, but the next show I think we're gonna go on a break until free agency. I think the new year starts on March 3rd, so it gives about a month off. The draft is obviously here in Philly. We're gonna be there. Hopefully, make that happen. And then we got OTAs and summer camp coming up. So we're gonna take kind of like a sporadic break. Kind of reevaluate things. We'll continue to up things on Twitter, MoneyPot Podcast, Facebook Live. You can always hit me on Moss Money or join the MoneyPot Podcast forum. You can go to www.moneypotpodcast.com. And I think we should start some, I don't know if you ever heard of it, it's called Periscope. It's like a little, kind of like Snapchat a little bit, but more like kind of business oriented where we do like small live videos and stuff like that. So I think that'd be cool to get our listeners and our, our viewers.
Especially live from the draft.
Exactly. And it'd be quick snippets like today. Michael Vick retired. You know what I mean? So we could have did a small like little 30-second video talking about Mike and his impact on the Philadelphia Eagles and the fans here. So, and then also we'll put like bets and stuff on there, like just small videos, just to keep the content up, just to keep you guys, that we're still trying to improve our show. And hopefully when the next year comes, we got to we took the show to another level. So, what I mean? We want to make sure that we give y'all the best that we can.
We'll keep y'all updated on the website as well, so just check that out sporadically throughout the day.
Word. So I'm looking for what we got next. Sixers, right?
Yeah, the Sixers, MB.
Word. So I actually found it, man. If you dig back a little bit, 76ers had a little tune, man. You ever heard this, John?
No.
You never heard the Sixers song, Anthem? With Dr. Dre and all, Dr. J and all them? It's a Word. So, this song comes on every once in a while. It ain't like the Eagles, but I think they're gonna try and pick up that kind of a little bit.
They might need to modernize
A little bit, yeah. A little funny tune.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. So,
what you think about your boy Embiid, man? Got snubbed from the All-Star game.
word, man. So, what's funny? Hey, what's up, Cat? Shout out the homie Cat on the MoneyPot podcast. I didn't take a look at people on Facebook. My bad. I think it was justified.
I agree. I don't think that it was as bad as some people think.
Right. So you got to take into account. So the Sixers went 10-5 in the month of January, which is kind of crazy because they only won 10 games last year.
Right.
So crazy turnaround. And with Embiid, I think that he had pretty solid numbers. I think he was averaging like close to 21, 8 rebounds and 3 blocks.
He averaged 27.8 rebounds and 2.5 blocks a game in 31 games.
Right. And on 28-minute restriction and no back-to-back games. So
right.
He wasn't playing the full season. He, even though he wasn't injured, he missed games.
And that's how I feel about it. I mean, I do think that he put up some good numbers, but I'm not sure how good those numbers would have been if he was playing consistently every night, day in and day out.
Right.
I'm not sure if they would have took a dip. If they would have went over the 20 and 7, almost 8, you average it out to 8 and 2.5 blocks a game.
Right.
So I'm not sure, but I think it was justified as well because you got guys like.
Well, Millsap made it, but he played every game.
Every single game.
Yeah, and his number was comparable. I don't think they were as good, but they were close. I didn't get his stat line.
Yeah, and Millsap is having a pretty good year.
Yeah, he is having a good year.
I think he averaged more rebounds. He was around 16 to 18 points a game. Give me a second. I'll look that up to be sure.
So he was averaging more than 8 rebounds? He was almost a double-double?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And he was shooting at a high percentage.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, I kind of agree that, it does suck. I mean, Embiid is obviously kind of bigger than life, but...
And he has, years left, man. He got a lot of years.
Yeah.
Himself.
If he had those same numbers and he played every game, then he would have been in an All-Star game. I think.
So I don't pretty much think that it's a huge snub. A lot of people that's making a big deal out of it.
Right.
You do want to reward the guys that's out there playing nice. You gotta reward those guys. And Kevin Love is having an exceptional year. He's having one of his better years that he's had in the league. He's averaging a double-double.
You gotta sneak in the Cavs in there, don't you?
It's Kevin Love.
You gotta sneak in somebody from Cleveland.
You gotta sneak in Kevin
Come
Love.
on, man. We ain't talking about no damn Cleveland.
He's having a good year. You just gotta look at the bigs though. He was one of the bigs that was
right.
picked because they don't go by center and all that.
Nah. They're talking about bringing that back though. The center to the All-Star. You know what they should have did that they talked about too that they didn't do was the big man 3-point contest. I thought that would have been good.
Because even in their lineup is. Who do they have? Let me see.
Who are you talking about?
Just
the West?
East. Just
the East?
Is the Greek Freak, LeBron, DeMar DeRozan, Kyrie.
Oh, those are the starters.
Yeah, the starters. Kyrie and. Dang, I can't even see what I wrote. That's terrible. Yeah, it is.
Stop drinking that stuff, Steve.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah. Dang, who is that? Kyrie and. I don't know, man. But LeBron is basically playing like the 5.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, their starters are guards and small forwards.
Yeah, and that's what they said. It's nothing but like fours,
Yeah.
that got the nod as kind of the forwards. So, I mean, it is what it is. So let me get back to the Sixers, bro.
McCollum.
1.
Covington.
There you go.
That's because Sam calls him Big Shot Bob.
He be shooting bricks.
Yeah, he does. He builds houses. The kid Holmes, because that's Nick, man.
Yeah.
Sarge.
Yeah. Oh, so all right, you all right. Yeah, you all right then.
Yeah, so it's not like it's...
Yeah, because you hate the Sixers, man.
I pay attention to them. I've watched their last couple games, but but I just
Right,
feel
right.
like they're a sorry team, but they have potential.
Well, no, they do. And speaking of that, with potential, what do you think about the trade deadline? So there's been a bit of chatter about Okafor,
Going to the Bulls.
yeah, to the Bulls, but they don't have anybody.
Um,
Who do they have? They're going to give. I mean, I'll take McBuckets, but he's not. He's a forward still. He's not a guard. He can't really push the ball.
yeah.
And then they got the young kid from Michigan State,
But if they give it
Valentine.
picks or
We have picks though.
they may need to find a third party in the trade as well.
Yeah, I don't know. And they got MCW and Isaiah Cannon, so it's two guys we already had.
They already had as well.
Now Rondo would be interesting though, but he can't shoot.
Nah, you don't want Rondo on a team like this because you don't want. He's been a cancer to all the teams he's been on.
Yeah, but young guys love him though. Like you've never heard a young guy talk bad about him, as he's like him being a leadership role.
Cousins wasn't too fond.
Yeah,
of him.
Cousins a head case though a little bit.
Yeah, but he's a young guy as well. So even I don't think Rudy Gay was too fond of him too much. I mean,
I don't know about
Rudy
Gay.
Gay's not on the younger side, but he's still a
right,
veteran.
right.
But you also got to look at it like he's been. Do you want to have his attitude come into your locker room, whereas they all rallying around Embiid and just his positive attitude,
Right.
and someone that's a known cancer, he needs to go to a team where it's full of veterans, like he was in Boston.
Yeah.
Where they was
Go
able to
ahead.
keep him in check.
Come on.
So,
Where you going with it?
No,
Go ahead.
I don't even know if I want him in Cleveland. But he needs to go somewhere where it's some guys that's gonna put their foot down.
Word. No, I hear you. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then, there's some other trade talk about Drew Holiday coming back from the Pelicans.
I think that'll be a good one.
I think that'll be a good fit too. Hopefully Colangelo does make the right move. And I'm actually a believer in Brett Brown now. What did I say? Was it a couple weeks ago? I think I said I wasn't a fan. I don't think Brett Brown's the guy, but he's shown he can win without Embiid. He's shown he can win out and they believe in him, bro.
And I think I can, kind of to his defense a little bit as well, because it's like he was just in a losing culture. They're telling you to pretty much lose, so he couldn't really put his stamp on the team.
Right.
And now that he's able to really enforce his game plan and put it into works with the guys that he have, it's kind of showing that he is a pretty good coach. So I think that this little win streak and the production of the Sixers has brought him at least another 2 years.
Yeah, man. I completely agree. I know they extended him, but I just don't know how.
I think he got like a 3-year extension.
Was it? Started from the bottom, now we're here.
We're still at the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
They only need like the third worst team in the league.
Yeah, they're like number 14 in the East.
Right. I think they might make a late run, man. If everybody comes together, man, I think they could make a late run just for the playoffs. Maybe.
I don't know, because look at the teams that's in front of them. I don't see them leaping over some of the teams that's in front of them. I know New York is in front of them, Chicago, you got Milwaukee in front of them, Detroit in front of them, and those are just some of the guys that's on the lower end. Charlotte, Miami, they're 14. So you got Orlando, Miami, New York, Milwaukee, Chicago. Charlotte, and they're all Charlotte's 9, Milwaukee's 10.
Right.
New York's 11.
Well, I don't think Chicago makes the playoffs.
Chicago's at 7 right now.
Yeah, I see. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, but you act like it's not like they're far behind. They're only 5 games behind Detroit, and as the eighth spot.
But if we want to compare it, I believe Detroit plays a lot better than the Sixers. So, I mean, we'll see. Anything can happen, man.
Right.
An injury, anything.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. No, I just said they might have a shot.
They may.
Like they might make a late push.
They only 14, but it's 6 spots out of the playoffs.
Right. What?
So I'll let you continue to drink your drink.
I ain't drinking nothing, bro. That's y'all you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See.
I'm pretty sure you put that on the ground somewhere.
God bless you.
All right, so what's up with these birds, bro, man? So what you think about the cap hits? Like, who you think's gonna get cut?
Some cap casualties, and some of them may be surprising though. Jason Peters,
You think they're gonna cut him?
he's going to have to restructure. If not,
It's funny. I actually wrote that.
I think he's going to have to. He's going to have to restructure, or he's going to get cut. Only reason is because
I think he's got 2 or 3 years left in him. I think he'll slowly decline, but I think next year he can play at a high level, and I think he'll slowly
I think
decline.
I think he can play at a high level.
Yeah.
I just know his salary is huge, and
Yeah, so I think it's like 10, 11 million,
yeah,
right?
they need
and
to,
then he hit the Pro Bowl incentives on his
right.
job too.
So he may not be willing to. So I don't know if you really cut him. I don't want to see him go.
I don't think you cut him.
I'm gonna be honest though. Kind of Barwin, I think, is out there.
Yeah, I think Barwin and Kelsey. I think Kelsey's going too.
Kelsey's one you like. I also think, and this is a surprising pick, but Brandon Graham may be a cap casualty.
I don't think so.
And
You can't.
They're not going to let both of them.
Yeah, I was about to say you can't let him and Barwin
They're not
go.
going to let both of them go.
And plus, Graham was the number 1 rated 4-3 defensive end last year.
But see, his production dipped in the second half. He had about 5 sacks within like the first 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I know.
So,
And Curry had 2.5.
no, but we're not talking about Curry. They're not going to cut him.
But who was better?
But
Who earned the money? Graham earned the money.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I told you this before. I don't think none of them really earned their money this year.
Well, I feel you, but I'm saying if you're comparing just the two, Curry was a complete wash.
But you're comparing
Starter
contracts as well.
Yeah, starter money to starter money.
Yeah, and
I mean, Graham got paid more, but I'm just saying it's
right.
still it's still starter
also,
more.
Graham wasn't a Howie's contract.
Oh, okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
He might restructure.
Yeah. So Graham wasn't a Howie's contract.
Yeah.
He was during that chip era.
Don't forget about Ryan Matthews. I think.
Yeah,
Ryan,
I got him on.
Yeah.
I ain't forget. He's going. I don't even think that's a.
and McCalvin too.
He's going.
He's terrible. So I remember we were down here chilling, in the basement and watching the Senior Bowl.
Tigger.
Word, and it was pretty dry.
Very much so.
But I think those 2 receivers stood out.
My man, I got him down.
Yeah,
Man.
Cooper.
My man Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, man, 428 catches, almost 6,500 yards, and 73 touchdowns.
In 4 seasons.
Insane.
Yeah. And he
Crazy.
And he showed up against
He did.
Division I talent.
Top competition.
So like Oregon, he did it on the FCS level.
Mm-hmm.
But
he got paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
the real deal. I think 3rd round. Could you imagine him on the Patriots? They love players like that, bro.
I don't know if he goes 3rd round, but I think he can.
You don't think he'll go 3rd round? You don't think he'll go that high?
It depends on his combine.
Yo,
let's wait to the combine.
If you go by the numbers, he is the best receiver ever in college football. By the numbers.
Yeah. But that's at the FCS level. So you know how
I know it. I know.
They always look at, compare everything to that. So I want to see how he does, his combine numbers, just, his different workouts and everything. That's going to help him out a lot. I can see him going a fourth round at the highest right now. But the thing about it, I don't know. Because he dominated at the Senior Bowl, they were saying.
He did, bro.
During the whole week.
He crushed any doubters.
Yeah.
And it was easy. It wasn't like it was close. Like he was the best receiver out there.
Yeah.
Hands down. It wasn't close.
Yeah. Him and the kid from
the boy Zay Jones, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
he dropped 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he should have.
He didn't drop them. They called him back 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he should have had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's pretty good.
No, yeah, he showed good speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think are, as an Eagles, what are you going for top draft needs? Cooks is going to be there, bro. He's going to be there.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
You ain't going with him. You going receiver.
I'm gonna go. I might go corner first. I may go corner.
It's deep though.
Now it depends, and this is the reason why. If I can't get Corey Davis or Williams, then I'm not picking another receiver in the first round.
Well,
and Corey Davis has had ankle
surgery. Yeah, I saw he had minor surgery.
It says it's minor, but who knows, man? You know they cover.
I'm going Cooks, bro. We need an offensive playmaker. We have nothing on offense.
We definitely
bad.
We definitely need a top flight corner. And when we had two top tier corners in Sheldon Brown and Lito Shepherd, that just changed the whole dynamic.
So we're gonna go back to Darren Sproles being our lead back. That's ass.
But I don't think that you need to get a back right away because you have some that you can pick up in the second and third round.
Yeah, but not as dynamic as he is.
It's not about
it's not.
You gotta fill some of your needs too. And that's why I said we always gotta look what they do in free agency too. Because if they address the cornerback need in free agency.
Yeah, I didn't look at that. I was going to see who was out there. But I mean, I completely agree with you because and this is exactly what I wrote. I said we have to find a corner because we need talent in our secondary bad.
Absolutely.
We have no talent in our secondary.
The kid from the Texans, his name's A.J. Boye, I believe. It's B-O.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And he's young. He's 25.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, this year
he had a good year.
Yeah, he had 63 tackles,
right.
a sack, 16 pass deflections, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
One interception in the regular season and an interception in the playoffs. But thrown to his side, the quarterbacks only had a 61% quarterback rating against them, which is good. I mean, that's pretty good.
Who's in that division? Is that the Colts? Who else? The Colts, Houston.
Is it Tennessee in there?
I think so.
And you got
the Jags.
Yeah. But they played outside of it.
Yeah, but when you look, you got to look at your division first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at what quarterbacks you play.
He showed up in the playoffs too.
Yeah, no, he did. He did.
So I mean, I'll take him, but he's going to come with a hefty price tag. So it all depends on what they want to spend. And like I said, he's 25. He's fairly young. A lot of these kids coming out of college, some of them 23, 24.
Right. So the way I went, I said an offensive playmaker. And we need a running back or a receiver. I said before, I'm leaning towards a running back because Davis has that little minor surgery, and I read it. He's not going to run at the combine.
Nah.
Yeah. So, and then we need a defensive.
I don't think he's going to work out in the combine. Period.
He might bench.
No, I don't think he'll do nothing. He'll probably wait till his pro day.
Yeah, he could. And like we said, we just talked about cornerback, and I think we need to start rebuilding our D and O line. I think that's a must, man. Peters is at the end.
Yeah.
We don't have really any pass rushes.
There's a couple D linemen that I seen in like the fourth round that they projected.
Right.
To probably pick.
I think they need to pick one in the first 3 rounds.
They also had the Eagles in free agency picking up the dude from Miami, Branch. He's
okay.
A free agent. He only signed a 1-year deal.
Okay.
And he'll probably come, with a mediocre contract, not too low but not too high, reasonable.
Right.
And he had his best year in Miami.
Right.
It's just some guys you can start, like you said, adding into the rotation and rebuilding because Connor Barwin's, I honestly believe he's out of here.
No, he's done. He's done. I completely agree. Yeah, he's got wheels.
That's why I say if you don't jump out the gym for Mike Williams or
I don't think he's getting out of the top 5. Everywhere I see, he's going to Tennessee, and that's a great fit.
I seen a couple mocks with that too.
Yeah, so I don't see how Tennessee lets him slide past them.
Yeah, unless they go safety.
Yeah, they could. So we got the Super Bowl Sunday. Big game time versus Matt Ryan and Julio. So we did a little kind of distinguish the path to the Super Bowl kind of talk, how Atlanta got there. So, I think the theme about Atlanta getting there is this: they just scored more points than their opponents did. I mean, they ran everyone they went against.
And they had home field advantage.
Right. Seattle didn't have a shot. Like, they just couldn't generate anything on offense. Green Bay defense, Atlanta's defense showed up against Green Bay.
Right.
And, and Rodgers did carve up that defense, but, I mean, Julio went apeshit. Like, with one toe. He just went apeshit. And Ryan was playing as an MVP. I think he's averaging like over 320 yards and 3 touchdowns a game.
Right.
And a funny stat that not a lot of people know, that defense has recovered 5 fumbles in 2 games, which is crazy.
That's huge. That's huge.
And then what's another thing people I found out didn't know is that during their bye week for the first round of playoffs, the Falcons hired Rex Ryan for just a week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's how.
And they're blitzing almost 20% more than they did in the regular season.
That's the same with, and it's funny because that's what they was trying to say about the week of leading up to the Pittsburgh Steelers in New England. They brought in Chip Kelly for that week.
Right.
To help.
Yeah, just
they
like
didn't really say.
They ain't say nothing
much,
about it.
right?
Yeah, it's coming out now though.
But he was there with them for that week. And, I don't know if they used him for the offense to tweak things, but, he got a really good relationship with Bill Belichick.
Right.
So they are using just all types of resources.
Of course.
Which is good. You have to.
Of course. It got them to the bowl. So, I think they're blitzing at like a 40% pressure rate, which is crazy.
But see,
so they're just, the Falcons are playing
they're playing
top-notch
really
football. They're playing top-notch football. There's no...
And, when we, a couple weeks ago, going back, if you listen, I said it was either them or Seattle going to come out of the NFC.
Right. I think I had Atlanta Green Bay. It was either two. Yeah. I knew Tom was going to be in there, but it was in Atlanta Green Bay for me.
I thought it was one of them two.
Right. So I think that's a good kind of summary of how Atlanta got there. So.
And with the Patriots, sort of, the Patriots
dominance
through Houston.
Dominated
Houston.
Dominance, man.
And went and dominated, Pittsburgh following the Atlanta game. So that was just.
I mean, it's literally been the Roger Goodell FU tour, and its last destination is in Houston with Brady driving the truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've quietly dominated everybody in the playoffs. Was it Miami? Did they face Miami?
No, they had the first round bye. They played Houston.
They played Houston.
And then
they were favored by like 16 and covered.
Yeah.
Something crazy. Pittsburgh had no shot. And, I mean, it's really, you can compare it to Michael Jordan and Scotty with Belichick and Brady. Without, even if they have Gronk, if you have Chris Hogan on the field, it don't matter. They just win. He's 39 years old, and he has a chance to, not even just write his name, but carve that shit in the foundation of the elite, of the elites, the Jordans, the Bryants.
It's not even that he has that. He already carved it. That's the thing. It's not
TBE
that he has the opportunity.
Is he the best ever? How can you pause? How can you pause? How is he not the best ever? How is Tom Brady not the best ever quarterback to play?
I'm gonna tell you why. Never mind. He's a great player, man.
He's a great. No, he's not great. He's the player. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's just it'd be too much surrounding and too many speculations.
Man, I'm not trying to hear that.
With the cheating, man, and it's not that it's fugazi. It's a lot behind it. It's a lot behind it. It's not like it's. We're not talking like it's.
What just happened?
Oh yeah, my phone fell.
Oh, your phone fell. That's what that was.
Yeah, but it's not like it's just speculations. It's a lot of when there's smoke, there's fire. It's a lot of fire to that, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They have a great system, man. Those two guys work together very well. And the thing I like about Tom Brady, he does it with whoever's on the field.
Exactly.
He does it.
It don't matter.
One man go down, he's up next. He don't care.
It don't matter.
He don't care. And he's a competitor, man. That's the one.
He is the competitor. Like, he is in that competitive nature as Jordan, Michael Phelps, Mayweather, Deion, Barry, like where they feel they are the absolute best ever.
Yeah.
I left LeBron off there for a reason.
I know.
I left LeBron off there for he is there. I'm not discrediting his greatness. I'm not discrediting. He is not at the table of the elite of the elites. I am not discrediting that. Before we get into any type of LeBron hate, but he is not considered the pinnacle. He will never be as good as Jordan.
Yeah, but he's not going to be as good as Jordan. Absolutely.
But I'm saying, but
he's top 5 ever.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I might even give him top 3.
Yeah.
It's arguable.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Tom. And I'm saying Tom is number 1.
Tom is man.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Tom is
so
man.
Let's get into the bet. You know what I mean? I'll let you go first, bro. What you got for me? Atlanta +3 or New England -3? Let me get that money, boy.
I'm gonna go New England.
You going New England?
I'm going. Reason why? New England shows up anywhere. They don't care where they play. Atlanta has been playing great all year. I'm gonna tell you this. It sounds kind of crazy because
it don't sound crazy at all.
I believe that it's either going to be a blowout or it's going to be a close game.
My man.
So it's either going to be the end of a blowout.
Go ahead, Steve. Talk to him. Talk to him, Steve.
And people be like, "Oh, that's a little
tell him
like crazy," but it's not because I believe that I wouldn't be surprised if New England beat them by 14, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta won by maybe 2 or the Patriots won by 3.
For the first time in your life, Steve, I think you're using all of your head today. I absolutely love the pick. It is a lock. So when this line first came out, I loved Atlanta. I was like, damn, Atlanta +3, the way they playing, that offense, it's just too dynamic to be slowed down. I mean, Matt Ryan is, playing out of his mind. He's got got weapons on every level.
Patriots defense, they're number 1 in points allowed.
Right. Hold on, I'm gonna get to you. So and then there's Julio, as athletic and as fast as they come. On one toe, he's still giving people
arguably the best receiver in the league.
Exactly, and on one toe, giving people 2 touchdowns, 180 yards like it's nothing. Devontae Freeman, the only running back in the last 2 years who has over 1,500 scrimmage yards and 10 touchdowns. Coleman is just dumb dynamic out the backfield. He can take it, the ball, a home run threat at any time. He's a starter in this league, and he's the number 2 back on that offense. That offensive line is the only offensive line in the NFL who started every game this year. The defense is creating turnovers, 5 fumbles, and getting off the field.
Tom kills that defense.
But guess what? Give me big game Tom against all odds.
Okay.
Like I said it once and I'll say it again. I've said it all year. I will never bet against Tom Brady. That is just one person you just don't bet against in the game. Okay. In the game. When it's on the line, you're going to bet against Tom. Now check this out. Check out what they do. Because they show up every time. Right? Hold up.
Hey, y'all should have known, Moss.
Word, man. Because people be hating on Tom, and I just don't understand. The man just wins. But so this is what they call this the Revis defense. So what they do is they take their best corner and put it on the opposite team's second best receiver. So that means Butler's going to play Sanu, and what they're going to do is they're going to bracket Julio.
Right.
So they're going to immediately take that away. Yeah. So you think, okay, well, that's a good
same way they did with
exactly. That's the same way they did with Brown. So now you still have Freeman and Coleman are crazy dynamic out the backfield.
Gabriel's good in the slot.
He's good in the slot. But I'll take me getting killed by Gabriel than getting killed by Julio and Sanu.
I totally agree.
But check this stat out. The Patriots is only giving up 1 rush for 30 yards. And it was only to David Johnson. 1 rush all year. Mm-hmm. So they limit your big play ability. Atlanta's built on nothing but big plays. They're not a dink and dunk offense.
I don't know, man. I kind of disagree because
man.
They can pick up.
They explode.
The way they play.
They lead the league with yards after catch. They explode. That's what they're predicated on, big play.
But see, they average about 8 to 9 yards a play. So if you giving me 8 yards per play, I'm getting a first
right.
down.
No, I know.
2 plays.
But the Patriots are the best defense against that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
because they neutralize you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of dink and dunk. And Atlanta's
It's going to be good, man.
Atlanta's offense has got to play flawless. Now we go on the defensive side. Atlanta's defense had been balling, but if you think about it, Atlanta's defense is really not that good.
They're bad against the pass.
Yeah, and Vic Beasley hasn't had a sack all postseason.
Okay.
So they've had to blitz a lot because he's not getting home. And remember, he led the league in sacks.
He did.
So, you have to look at how Denver won. You have to look at how New York won. They won with pressure up front.
Mm-hmm.
However, Tom Brady is 99 passing attempts, 61 completions, 11 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions against the blitz this year. He is flawless against the blitz. The last 3 years, he has 92.2 QBR and 113 passing rating against the blitz. He's in the top 3 quickest releases ever at 2.25 seconds. You go ahead and bet against that.
Yeah.
Bet against it.
I'm not.
Bro, you're absolutely. This is going to be a slaughter.
I'm not.
New England 34, Atlanta 24. They're going to mop.
By 10? Okay.
They're going to get that. To me, that's an ass whooping. If you lose by 10,
Hey,
that's almost dumb.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what we always used to say that.
Yeah.
You lose by 10,
So-
you got your ass whooped.
Yeah. It wasn't close.
Yeah. No. That's 2 possessions.
MVP.
Tom?
I went Deion. I actually went Deion. I think Deion Lewis is going to have a sneaky good game. He's going to have like 2 or 3 total touchdowns, I think.
Okay. I mean, he's showing that he's very versatile.
Especially if he hits one on special teams.
Yeah, but he don't do too much on special teams. He had that one in a couple years. That was his first return on special teams. But if he's going to get you good yards, I'll take it. Deion Lewis is versatile, so they use him like they use the Atlanta backs coming out the backfield.
Right.
Line him up and as a receiver, whatever it is. But my man is LeGarrette Blount, man. I love the way LeGarrette Blount plays.
Yeah, he could have a good game. I mean, Atlanta does. You remember Atlanta lost? What's his name? Is it Claiborne? He was a really good defensive tackle.
Okay.
And Atlanta's defense is suspect against the run, bro.
No, they are.
They're suspect against the run. So, watch
But
out for bully ball.
Is, man, they're Dan Quinn. He has history against them. He has history against Tom in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So we'll see, man.
Okay.
He won that year though.
Who?
Dan Quinn. That's the year they won the Super Bowl against Seattle. Seattle won the Super Bowl against New England.
No, they didn't.
They did so when he was the coach. Yes, they did.
Seattle ain't never beat New England
They did so beat New England in the Super Bowl.
They've only lost 2. Tom's only lost 2 to New York. That's it. He's never lost to Seattle. You think about Seattle and Denver.
You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I apologize.
Yeah, Tom ain't never lose.
He played, but he was the defensive coordinator when they almost won when they passed.
Yeah. But Tom was winning that game. Like, let's not get it twisted. Tom went down the field and scored the ball.
It was a good game.
No, that game was a good game.
Really good game.
Yeah, it was a good game, but he didn't stop Tom. He can think he slowed him down.
Yeah,
but
you slow. That's all. Ain't nobody stopping Tom. What are you talking about?
Word.
You gotta slow him down, and if you can't slow him down, you have no chance.
No, that's real. That's real. So there's some prop bets. There's a lot of prop bets actually, but the 2 I like. I think Deion Lewis having more than 2 reception is a lock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lock. I think it's a minus 115. So you can feel comfortable putting a couple hundred on that.
More than 2 receptions. I take that.
Yeah, I think he's averaged like 7 over the last 5 games. There's no way he doesn't get more than 2. Yeah, and then I think a good bet is Tom Brady throwing more than 3 touchdowns. It's plus 350.
3
plus 350. So if you think about it, if they're going to score close to 20 to 30 points, I don't think they score defensively. I mean, who's going to
see this? This is the thing, man. A lot of times, you know how they do, man. Tom Brady. Tom's getting 2. Tom's getting 2. Get him down there. A lot of times they get at Rockville Garrett.
No, they do. They do, but they always run some kind of play action thing with the tight ends.
They do.
And he's going to get 2. You know he's going to get 2. There's no way Tom throws from 1.
3 is not a stretch, though.
That's what I'm saying.
That defense,
I don't think it's a stretch.
It's not a stretch.
I don't think it's a stretch at all. Will he throw more than 3? I mean, he could go off for 4 touchdowns against that. He really, I mean, he could.
He could.
Easily.
He could. I mean.
So, you know what I mean? But those were the 2 prop bets that I was kind of zeroing in on. But that Deion Lewis 2 receptions is such a lot. I'll take that all day. So, we're going to, kind of close out the show soon. So, I didn't really do anything on DraftKings. I think it's going to be interesting with just the combos.
Yeah. It's
a 50-50 shot on everything.
Yeah. I didn't even look into it because when they go to 2 teams, I don't really pay much.
I mean, the best thing I can say about the DraftKings is that you got to hit on the sleepers, like the people who probably won't do anything but might, like Michael Floyd, Mitchell,
Hogan's going to be cheap.
Yeah, Hogan's going to be cheap.
He could go all day.
I mean, a lot of people are riding time. I mean, Matt Ryan might not be a bad pick with Gabriel. That little stack. So, I mean, it could,
Amendola might show up. Edelman.
Yeah. Real. So, I want to thank everybody for listening to the show. Everybody on Facebook Live, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. We'll catch y'all in, I think, around the new year.
Couple weeks, man.
NFL March 3rd. So about a month. We'll always keep the content live. We'll update Facebook. Don't forget to check us out on MoneyPotPodcast.com. And we'll see you when you see it.
Peace.
We got London on the train.
Whoa. Yeah, man. TIP in this motherfucker with me.
Let's say something.
To the max,
show.
Rex. I count 6 shots.
Listen to the bando. A nigga jury, I'm out like a bando. I read the riches to a feature with tilt. I went from smart car to a
You got to stand up for that one.
If you need me, I'm going fishing with these little bitty